Okay, so I wanted to do a little review talking about one of my most anticipated reads for spooky season.
Got it. Let's try it. And ready 1 to 10.
I'm going to do a wrap up at some point, but I just have been busy. So let's talk about one of my anticipated reads, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's probably one of my disappointing reads of the year, and I hate that for me. So, I read There's No Way I Die First by Lisa Springer. It was a library loan, both in audio, and I loaned it, the physical copy, from the library. And no, I take that back. The audio, I ended up utilizing my Audible credit of the month because I was just ready to get it over with. So I started reading the book physically, and I got to about 50% when I was just like, girl, just finish this book, because I was genuinely curious how it was going to end. So my first and foremost was that it was written so obnoxiously that I kind of wanted to take this as satire. So this is a spoilery review. Well, maybe this part is a spoil. I don't know. So I wanted to take it as satire because it was so obnoxious, the things that was happening. The book started very slow. I'm going to say the first 30% was just slow. Then boom, like body start dropping to the floor. Okay. And it was weird how it was happening because people were dying in such the most obnoxious way, by the hands of a creepy clown. And creepy clowns are just so done all the time. So at any given point, I was waiting for the book to go ahead and end, and then they'd be like, cut, scene, it's over. And that didn't happen. So just to summarize it, the book is about a teen superstar. She's black, and she is into the horror writing, playwright scene. So she's, of course, Instagram famous, so everything's surrounded by that, and she throws this party so that she can up her followers and promote her thing. So of course, with teenagers in the story, heavily surrounded by social media and a social media presence, and that is annoying in and of itself, right? So anyway, we're reading this book. I'm just having a real hard time with the writing. It's cheesy, it's choppy, and then like she would say something like, oh, Jake is surprised. No, Taylor was surprised about what happened, and she told them exactly what all happened. Like, it would have been nice to hear the main character MC's interpretation of what happened, and that didn't happen because it was a piece by piece playwright kind of story told through the lens of the MC, who was annoying as fuck. Like, your friends are dying in your home, you don't know who this creepy clown is killing them, and you worried about being a final girl. Like, and then I just found various plot holes in the story, where it was just like, dude, you could have did this. Like, y'all had all of this opportunity while hiding from this clown to kiss, all that other stuff, and none of y'all thought about climbing out the house. None of y'all thought about leaving. Like, so it was that. So that was annoying. And then like gruesome things were happening to characters, and then it was like, oh, I think they're in shock because a ball got lodged in their shoulder. And then the character, after the gruesome thing would happen, would continue on like the gruesome thing didn't happen. And it was like, did the gruesome thing happen? Or hello, did the gruesome thing happen or not? Like, so that I did not appreciate. Like I said earlier, the writing style, it was very predictable. And the reason why, or the why behind the killings, of course, centered around social media, but it did not make sense. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this out. So this is gonna be the biggest spoiler. So please, please move forward, okay? The biggest thing that happened was one of your friends is jealous of you because his dad took away his inheritance, and he links up with a creepy fucking clown who has a vendetta to kill rich people. Why didn't you start with your friend? Weird as fuck. I don't know. I didn't give it a bad rating. And my biggest things is, particularly with books by Black authors, I don't read the rating on Goodreads before I decide to read it because obvious reasons. And even if so, after I rate it, I always give it a reparation star if the rating is beneath 3 stars. And it's not me being fake, and it's not me being phony or being misleading. It's me understanding that as a Black or BIPOC person, you have barriers to your creativity, and I want to give you that. Like, I want to, because I understand as a writer myself and as a creator, I understand. But baby, even with that star, if I hold up 5 fingers, I still got enough to buy some freeze pops and a soda from the Dollar Tree. It went for me. I'm curious if you read this story, what do you think about it? And what did you rate it, if you did rate it? And what are your thoughts? This is not to not persuade somebody not to read it, because I would never get on this app and say not to read something based on my subjective way of processing the experience. But I will say that as a person that is typically, horror isn't my sport, thriller isn't my sport, but I can appreciate a good one. I knew right then and there that one wasn't gonna be for me. So let me know in the comments if you read this one, what you thought. And I'm not really ready to argue about it. I'm just wanting to know what your thoughts are if you read it. All right, love y'all, bye.